Coach Prime makes an interesting list as far as one of the coaches to watch in college football. Also, Shedeur Sanders with some more preseason accolades ahead of fall camp and the season. Football's almost here, guys. So it's going to be enough talking about this preseason stuff. And we're going to actually be talking about games soon. But until then, let's get into it after the bumper. Stay tuned. My people, what is up with you all? My name is JeffLightsyJr. here with Victory Formation, the Black Boss channel, JeffLightsyJr. YouTube. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe because we have a lot to talk about right now. And also, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JLightsy7, by the way. But ESPN came out with the list. The list is titled The 11 Biggest Power Brokers in College Football. And on this list, and they had different categories for the coaches and what they like best about the coaches. And on this list happens to be a coach a lot of you all are very, very, very familiar with. And he goes by the name of Coach Prime. That is the head coach of the Jackson State Tigers, Deion Sanders. Now let's just skip right ahead to Coach Prime's section of this article. You can check out this article on ESPN.com, the 11 biggest power brokers shaping the future of college football. It says Deion Sanders has had an all-22 view for college football recruiting. He went through the process nearly 40 years ago as a quarterback and cornerback from Fort Myers, Florida, choosing to play at Florida State. He had a front row seat for the recruitment of his sons, Deion Jr. and Shiloh, to SMU in South Carolina, respectfully. As a high school coach in Texas, Sanders regularly had players recruited by colleges. Sanders also has direct experience with name, image, and likeness through his son Shedeur, who plays quarterback for him at Jackson State. In January, Shedeur became the first HBCU player to sign an NIL agreement with Gatorade. They also failed to mention that Coach Prime was also a coach for the Under Armour All-American game for at least a decade. So that's a little tidbit they forgot to mention. And I think that matters because that's coaching and being involved with some of the highest rated players, the best players in the country for well over a decade. A lot of those guys are now in the NFL, but that's neither here nor there. They left that out, but I just wanted to throw that in there. There are several different lenses I'm looking through when recruiting, Sanders told ESPN. Sanders entering his second full season at Jackson State head coach has capitalized on his layered recruiting knowledge to secure prospects never thought possible for an HBCU program. Jackson State was on the right end of signing day shocker with Travis Hunter, ESPN's number 2, the number 1 overall recruit in the 2022 class, flipped from Florida State to play for Sanders and the Tigers. The team signed another ESPN Top 100 recruit in wideout Kevin Coleman and 2 other ESPN 4-star players. Shedeur highlighted Jackson State's 2021 class. ESPN rated him number 61 overall, but the team signed 3 other ESPN 300 recruits and ESPN's number 4 number 1 junior college prospect before Sanders' arrival. Jackson State had not signed an ESPN rated recruit since 2013. Ooh. So not a 2-star, not a 3-star, not a no-star since 2013. Quote, we opened up the eyes that you can go after a 4-star, go after a 5-star, and have an opportunity to win that kid over, Sanders said. But we got after the guys we want, not just because they're 4 and 5 stars. Sanders is blunt about today's recruit, who he believes has a singular focus with his college choice, NIL. Quote, they're not thinking about the scheme, not thinking about the academic majors offered, not thinking about the city, not thinking about how they're going to fit in your program, Sanders said. It's definitely a challenge for the FCF group, a tremendous challenge. The challenge for Sanders, who built a massive brand during his Hall of Fame NFL playing career, is convincing recruits that there are steps to stardom. Because of Sanders, Jackson State can provide a platform to HBCU players have never had before. HBCU players have never had before. I don't like the way that sounds. But NIL can't be the sole motivator, a message Sanders relays to recruits, parents, especially mothers who are, quote, brutally honest about their sons and expect the same from coaches. Quote, I don't get into building a brand. I get into focus on your game, Sanders said. If you're garbage on the field, who wants your brand? We've got to start focusing on getting to the NFL and not obtaining NIL. I like that. I like that. So, once again, I mean, I don't need to tell you guys, Coach Prime is a power broker in college football. That's not a surprise. The fact that they list him, now this is impressive, and this is nothing new if you're familiar with the channel. But the fact that they listed him a power broker in the category of recruiting over a Nick Saban or over a Kirby Smart or over a Jimbo Fisher or over even a guy like Mel Tucker at Michigan State or Lincoln Riley at USC is big. I like that a lot. That's not telling us nothing new. Coach Prime can jaw jack with the best of them. Coach Prime got away with words. He's profound, as he likes to say, with the words. I think this is just what I see in this article. Obviously, they highlight a lot of the things they talk about his recruiting style, et cetera, et cetera. But what this does is this is not just ESPN, but the rest of college football, the rest of the college football world, once again prepping us for a big-time school. When I say big-time, I mean a school with a lot of resources, preparing themselves to come after Deion Sanders as their head coach. This is what this is setting. This is setting the table, whether you think it's Florida State, or last year was TCU, or some other school that has more natural resource, have more resources than Jackson State. This is them prepping us for the run after Prime. We've heard Carl Reed talk about it. Carl Reed has mentioned schools like Georgia Tech. We've heard other people on other platforms, 247, On3, ESPN. They're prepping us for a run after Prime. If Prime, which a lot of you who are watching this believe, will go out and win the SWAC East again. He will go out and win another SWAC championship. And a lot of you believe he's going to go out and win a Celebration Bowl, bringing home only the second ever Celebration Bowl back to the SWAC. The first one for Jackson State, the first one for any other school outside of Grambling. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of you believe that he's going to do that in this 2022 season. And so if that is true, if that takes place, you best believe the schools are going to be calling. Hell, they were calling last year. There were all the reports about TCU, about whether he met with TCU or spoke with TCU or not. So that was out there. Whether you believe he did or not, that's up to you. But if he did all of that last year before the end of the season, because all the TCU rumors came out before the season was over, if he goes 13-0, like a lot of you expect, or 12-1, like a lot of you expect, and win a SWAC East title, win a SWAC championship, and wins a Celebration Bowl, best believe these programs are going to be coming after precious Coach Prime, Deion Sanders. So this article, along with the Carl Reed videos that he puts up from 247, and along with other stuff, Jackson State gets off to 5-0, 6-0, 7-0, 8-0. It's going to be coming. Those are going to be coming. So just get ready. This is just setting the table for you to get ready for those programs with more money than you to come after your coach. So this is what this is doing. This is setting the foundation, laying the foundation, setting the table for teams to come after Coach Prime. I just want you to know that. I want to put that out there. I want you all. Now, whether he leaves or not, I don't think so. I think he's got a lot of unfinished business to do with Jackson State, even if he goes out and goes undefeated, wins a SWAC East, wins a SWAC championship, wins a Celebration Bowl. I still think he still has a grand scheme of things that won't allow him to leave. That's just me. That's just me. But we will see. Something to watch, though. Something to watch. JSU fans, something to watch. Also, that came out. This is an article provided by HBCU Game Day. It says, Shedeur Sanders named to the Walter Payton Award watch list. And this is courtesy of Jackson State Athletics. It says Jackson State quarterback Deion Sanders has been named to the Walter Payton Award watch list as the best offensive player in the nation in FCS football. Sanders is coming off a banner freshman year in which he won the Stats Perform Jerry Rice Award as the nation's top freshman. It was one of several awards Sanders won in leading Jackson State to his first SWAC championships in 2007. Sanders was also a Box Toro National Impact Player of the Year, SWAC Freshman of the Year, and second team All SWAC selection. Additionally, Sanders was a four-time SWAC Newcomer of the Week and earned both SWAC Offensive Player of the Week and FCS National Freshman of the Week honors during the 2021 season. He was also named HBCU Game Day Offensive Player of the Year winner in the FCS. Shedeur, who was named the 2022 Preseason Offensive Player of the Year, as well as first team All SWAC selection, led the conference in completions and completion percentage, ranked second in passing yards and passing touchdowns. Sanders posted 9 multi-touchdown passing games in 3 300-yard passing games as he led JSU to a school record 11 wins. And then a bunch of famous people who have won the Walter Payton Player of the Year award includes Steve McNair, Tony Romo, Brian Westbrook, Jimmy Garoppolo, Cooper Kupp, and Trey Lance, who all went on to have success in the NFL. Now, this is an easy. Once again, this is preseason award watch list. This is all preseason. This was an easy selection to put Shedeur on the watch list. Shedeur, like they said, won the Jerry Rice Award last year as the best freshman in all of FCS football. Shedeur is very well deserving of this. And this is all just based off what he did last year. Like they said, first in completion, second in touchdown, second in yards, first in completion percentage. And he was either first or second in every major statistical category for a quarterback. And the guy that was above him was Aqeel Glass, and he's no longer there. So Shedeur, well deserving. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes out and wins the award. One, because JSU is loaded at the receiver position. They have a bunch of guys, both returning and new impact guys, that are going to make a ton of plays. They've also switched their offense to more of an air raid offense that both Coach Bartoloni, who has installed it, and Shedeur Sanders have raved about on multiple occasions. We could see JSU air it out. They have a revamped offensive line, so we have to see what that looks like, on the field, because they got to block people if they want to air it out. But if you have an air raid from a guy who comes from a Mike Leach tree, you see what the Mike Leach quarterbacks do. Like that is proven. Whether it's Gardner Minshew, whether it's Graham Harrell, going back years. They've been airing it out for a long time. A long, long time. So Shedeur, with his natural talent and a scheme that allows him to distribute the football all across the field to these weapons like Malachi Wideman, like Kevin Coleman, like Travis Hunter, like Quay Davis, like Trevante Rucker. This could be a match made in heaven. So I'm not surprised by Shedeur's preseason selection. I think he's going to have a stellar year. I think he is going to be a QB1. He's a guy that's looking to get drafted. And the only way, and he's looking to go first round. And he said that at the media day. He said that to Tyler Carr and HBCU Game Day. He's looking to go first round. Only way to go first round is to go out and dominate. And he understands that. We'll see if he's able to do it. I can't wait to watch. But he's named to the Walter Payton Preseason Award watch list, and Coach Prime was listed as one of the 11 biggest power brokers in college football. JSU, once again, leading a lot of national coverage, bringing a lot of eyeballs, a lot of attention to the SWAC, but they also have the biggest target on their back in all of FCS football, their biggest target on their back in all of HBCU football, the biggest target on their back. And this is something that they embrace. I can't wait to see it play out in the fall when we actually have games. We're in August now, people, and that means games are slowly approaching. We are in August. Fall camps have started, and games are slowly approaching. It's going to be enough of this soon enough of this preseason, me just talking about hypotheticals and whatnot, and we're finally going to get a chance to watch some games. I cannot wait to see that happen. Let me know your thoughts in the comments over what has taken place. Coach Prime being named a power broker and Shedeur Sanders being on the Walter Payton Award watch list. Hit that thumbs up button. Once again, my name is JeffLightsyJr with the Black Boss channel and Victory Formation. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at JLightsy7. That is Twitter and Instagram at JLightsy7. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hit that thumbs up button on your way out. I'll see you next time. Peace.